Hi, thank you for joining us to learn a little more about the funding availability that for grants for non-public student transportation for fiscal 27. This is our second year of receiving this grant to manage on behalf of the Maryland Department of Transportation. It's open to developing transportation for schools located in Baltimore County or students who live in Baltimore County to be transported to a school elsewhere in the region. It's intended to reduce traffic congestion, as well as provide much needed transportation help for students who attend our non-public schools. The money has gone from MDOT to the Associated, thanks to an initiative from the Maryland General Assembly, and they've asked us, the Associated and the Baltimore Jewish Council, to manage the grants. The application period for fiscal 27 opened June 1st. Applications are due July 7th by 5 p.m. This is the informational Zoom webinar. We will post this on our website after it's done. And we, of course, are also available for questions that could be sent to the email address transportationgrant@associated.org. If there are questions that we receive that seem relevant to the broader community, we will post the question and the answers to our website within a couple of days of receiving it and developing an answer. We expect to announce the grant decisions by Tuesday, July 14th or sooner if possible, depending on the number of applicants. Any nonprofit is available. That could be a school, it could be a consortium of schools, it could be a nonprofit transportation provider is eligible to apply. The key thing is that transportation must involve schools or students located in Baltimore County. Again, applications are due by July 7th. The application should be a maximum of 1,500 words. On our website, it lists the specifics that are to be covered. It should include expanded busing, the amount, how it's going to be served by how a school or schools are going to be served, the amount of funding that's requested, the number of students that will be bused as a result, how the grant funds will be spent, and a discussion of environmental impact. In other words, kind of how many cars are going to be reduced from being the road through this grant, and any characteristics that would be relevant to equity considerations. Specifically, if a school participates, like in the Maryland's Boost Scholarship Program, or has a demonstrated percentage of students who qualify for free and reduced lunch, that kind of thing. So we want to, in particular, help families that are more in need of the transportation help. We have developed a 50-point scoring scale, which is what we also used last year. The specifics of it are listed, so please make sure your application touches on those areas. And again, we will issue our decision by July 14th. Our intention is that the maximum grant would be $125,000 per applicant, but there can be portions of it. We expect the bus route application to run for the 26-27 school year. We will reimburse quarterly based on submission of invoices and receipts. There are some insurance requirements if you decide to apply and are accepted, which we will go through. We can provide, commercial general liability and automobile liability. That proof has to be provided. And we will expect interim mid-year and end-of-year reports on the metrics, the results, the costs, the number of students helped. Again, we're happy to provide additional information. This year, we've had a couple of providers that have successfully expanded out their transportation, and we think made a difference. And we hope to continue that into the next year. Sarah or Abby, have I missed anything significant?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, great. This was fairly straightforward and smooth. I wish I had more to say, but this kind of covers it. Again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. We are checking the email transportationgrant@associated.org, and look forward to receiving applications. I know we've already received 2, and look forward to receiving more applications in the coming weeks. Thank you very much.